Good morning, Algonquin. This is Mr. Messia
And Mr. Gella.
with your morning news. But first, here's the Pledge of Allegiance.
Good morning, Algonquin. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good Thursday morning, everybody. Big question of the week was, how do you stay organized? And we're asking everybody to send in their ideas on how they stay organized and get their activities completed on time and accurately. Zach Birch writes in, I use a whiteboard to write down my assignments for the week. As I do the assignments, I erase them. That works for me, and you should try it, he suggests. I stay organized by watching the morning announcements first every morning. Then I complete the work for my classes in order that I normally would have them in school. A great suggestion to have that routine continue on while at home. Vika writes, I have an organizer that I make on paper for each week over the weekend for the assignments I have, and then I add on to it once I get more assignments for the week. It's a lot like the one that was sent out via email, but Vika makes her own. Every morning I go through all my Google Classrooms and get all the assignments. I take breaks throughout the day, writes Ellie. And Dan Ryder says, my stepmom is a lifesaver. We thank Dan's stepmom for all her hard work helping Dan out. Nice job, guys. Best Buddies is doing their movie night, and they want to know what movie you want to see. So log into the Google Classroom for Best Buddies and choose the movie that'll be shown during their first ever virtual movie night. It's Earth Week, of course, and the Garden Club presents day 4 in their action day here, and they offer you this opportunity to clean up the environment by cleaning up the area around your home. Clean up man-made trash, learn and share what can and cannot be recycled, or clean up branches and leaves and make room for new plants to grow. Take pictures of those things happening and send them to Miss Kaboot or Miss Wood.
What's AMS think? Yesterday's survey results are in. Remember, yesterday's topic was, what's your favorite music genre? Coming in top at about 35% of people who voted said pop was their favorite, about not too far by country music, and then rap. There were also a lot of people who wrote in the other category saying that they like all genres of music, which was pretty awesome too. Up today for our What's AMS Think survey, we are talking about wintertime activities. And this is sponsored by Sarah Hurst. Sarah, thank you for sending this topic in. So let's take a look at our choices. Today's survey choices for your favorite wintertime activity is skiing, sleigh riding, ice skating, pond hockey, snowboarding, building a snowman. Remember, there's always going to be that other choice. So if you would prefer to say, hey, I don't like winter, I like staying inside, feel free to write that one in too. Check out our Google Classroom page to vote on the survey. Again, if you have a survey topic idea, send it to myself, Mr. Gella, at gellaj@apcsd.org. Tune in tomorrow for our survey results.
What you reading, Earth Week edition. Book is called Dry. Student writes in, where were you when the taps ran dry in Southern California? In this Armageddon Day scenario, all the water is gone and the people will do whatever they can to find water. Survival is all that matters, but survival will come at a very high price. You can check out that book, as you know, on Sora.
Miss Reinish's quote of the day is a Chinese proverb. It says, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. So if you're a middle schooler and you didn't plant a tree 20 years ago, you might want to think about doing it now.
It's your birthday. It's your birthday. If it's your birthday, put your hands up. If it's your birthday.
Happy birthday goes out to Haley and Jameson. Caught being a warrior. Miss Connie, she's been so busy around Algonquin while we've all been out of the building. She's actually painted almost all of the hallways in the entire school, cleaning up the school, making it an even better place for all of us when we return. We thank Miss Connie and all the custodians for all their hard work at the buildings at this time.
And let's remember, the school is not just a place. Let's make it a great day. Let's go, Warriors.
But before we go, some Peregrine Falcon projects from grade 6, followed by a special Earth Day video from Miss Wood.
Hi everyone, Miss Wood here. Happy Earth Day and Earth Week. April 22nd is Earth Day, and it is the 50-year anniversary of celebrating. This is the symbol for reduce, reuse, recycle. Today I'm going to teach you about some ways to do that. The first thing that you've heard a lot about is recycling. It's so important for our planet to take something that could just be thrown away and put it in its proper recycling channels. A lot of places have like single stream recycling now, which means you can put all your recyclables into the one bin and the city will take it away and sort it out from there. But you can do your part too at home by organizing things to get recycled. For example, cans, bottles, cardboard, plastic bottles and shampoo bottles and things like that can all have a place in the recycling pathway. Some, like this kind of bottle, can be recycled and get 5 cents back at a recycling facility, and others can just be recycled to better improve the planet. Another way to help the planet is to reuse stuff. This one's kind of fun because you can be somewhat creative with how you use products. So one of the things that I do is reuse containers of different food items, such as the jars my jelly comes in, the plastic containers that my lunch meat comes in that I buy sometimes, really great to reuse those, and things like pasta sauces and jars that are easy to clean. Another thing you can reuse is the coffee grounds from your K-cups or from your coffee maker. Some plants really like the coffee grounds. It helps them grow. And a lot of the K-cups now are actually recyclable as well. So this little tiny plastic thing, which could become really wasteful, can be used for 2 purposes. I keep my coffee grounds in my old jelly jar. Second thing is instead of using food items that can be thrown away like popcorn and popcorn bags, you can buy jugs of popcorn and one-time jugs of popcorn and one-time popcorn maker, and you are reducing waste and popcorn's still delicious. Another thing is to use yogurt cups or something like that to plant new plants in. We use those in Garden Club and they're really great for the plants. It's just the right amount of space for a new plant to grow in, not too much soil, not too much space, and we have really a lot of success with that. The third thing is to reduce the amount of waste that you have. There's a lot of different things and products out there. Again, this one kind of a lot of the time requires you buying something different or buying something new, but it can become reusable, so you reduce your waste. So the first thing that I really like is using a reusable face wipe. So instead of using one that can just be tossed out every time you use it, this one just needs water, clean my face with it, even takes off makeup, and I'm reducing how much I'm throwing out. And second thing, easy change that everyone can do is we all rely on these paper towels. I do too. I use them for a lot of stuff, but oftentimes you can also just use a towel and substitute this in. This can be washed, reused multiple times instead of throwing it out and killing trees. So try to find that balance there. The third thing that I do is I use shampoo bars and conditioner bars and body soap bars. This decreases the amount of plastic bottles that you're using and getting rid of, because those oftentimes people throw those away. They work really, really well. I was surprised by how well they worked, and they smell good, and they make my hair look great. Fourth thing is there's a lot of cleaning products out there that are kind of decreasing the amount of plastic waste. So I've got my glass cleaning bottle and these little compostable packets with products you can mix with water to make your cleaning products. Fifth thing, be creative. Make your own cleaners, make your own scrubs. The last thing I'm going to talk to you guys about is buying and reusing reusable items instead of using single-use plastics that just get thrown away or don't get used for anything. So one of those is those little tiny Ziploc bags. Super convenient, can fit everything in them, and you can throw away the mess right away. But for some things, you can try to use something that is a reusable Ziploc bag. They can be washed, they can be reused, they zip up just like a bag, but reusable. Also in that sense, containers, there's millions of different sizes out there. Like I showed you before, some can be used from old food containers, but there's containers for everything. we use tinfoil and plastic wrap to cover a lot of our foods, but they also make them out of beeswax. So these ones can be reused many, many, many times. They just get cleaned with water. And using the heat of your hand, you can secure it to any surface. So this helps reduce the use of single plastics such as saran wrap and tinfoil. Everyone loves now their reusable bags. You have to use them in grocery stores. So they have lots of different styles. This one folds up into a tiny little pouch that you can easily take with you wherever you go. And then obviously you've got your reusable grocery bags. The last item are reusable bottles, coffee mugs. You've got your reusable straws. Save the turtles. That's a silly little thing that's happened, but it really does make a difference. Reusable straws, reusable bottles, instead of always drinking out of plastic water bottles. It's a lot better for you, a lot better for the environment. Outside of reduce, reuse, recycle, you can make the earth a better place by planting trees, plants in your own garden. Look up plants that are friendly for bees and butterflies, especially those bees. We want to get our pollinators out there and having places to pollinate. Clean up trash when you're outside or on a hike. Kind of might be gross, but think about it. It could make a big difference on just making some simple changes in your daily life.
And that concludes this morning's announcements. Remember, start to finish, every day, we embody the warrior way.